Hey guys, part 3 of my little packing project. So, continuing with the packing. So, here we have a little documents pouch to keep loose papers and things in. So, I'm going to stick it into the hydration pouch area of the backpack and just fasten it here. I've already loaded my clothes into the compression strap. I'm just going to roll it up and push all the air out of it. Like so. And you might have to do several passes to make sure you get all of the air out of it. But if you do it right, especially if you have things like sleeping bags or really puffy sweaters, you do save a lot of room. So all those clothes you saw before press into a nice little package like that. And I'm just going to take that, stick it into the main compartment of backpack here. Just close up the main compartment. And as you can see, the clothes aren't taking up all the room that I have available in the backpack, and that's a good thing. I'm trying to pack for carry-on, and the carry-on limit for most flights is 22 inches by 14 by 9, I believe. And to see if you can carry a bag, you'll find at the checkout counter of any airline there'll be like a metal frame, and if you can fit your bag in that, then you're allowed to bring it onto the plane. Most people fudge it a little bit, and it's a little bit too big to fit inside the frame, but I try to stay close to it. Also, it's nice to have that extra room in the bag because you might pick up some souvenirs that you want to carry with you back home, and fill your bag completely and then check it in. So try to make sure that you don't use all the space in your backpack. I'm just going to close it, not all the way, because I might need to put something in the main compartment. Just try to like that. Stuff that. Stick it in this compartment. Oh, by the way, every bag that you have, whether it's a day pack or a regular pack, always make sure that you have a couple of pens and a highlighter just available. So you have a pen everywhere in any bag that you have. You never know, you're probably going to need to write something down sometime. So that goes there. Money belt, talked about that in another review. Inside here I have my passport, debit card, credit card, and about $100 worth of cash to exchange if I need it in an emergency. So this will be worn with my clothes, and this will be on me at all times. And then we have the decoy wallet with petty cash, probably about $20–40 for just going to museums and stuff like that. By the way, if you're getting a wallet, I recommend getting something like vinyl or synthetic. I wouldn't recommend leather, just because leather swells and you will get caught in the rain, you will get wet, and leather just kind of smells and ends up like getting like a funky thing. And also, when you're traveling, a couple other things that I don't know if I mentioned in another review is you want a pouch to hold coins, just because America is the only place I know where $1 is a note. Everywhere else, a coin, it's a coin. So you're going to be collecting a lot of coins, especially if you go to like the UK or Australia. So make sure that your wallet has a coin pouch, because it'll keep it all in one place and it won't be jangling around in your pocket. Also, I recommend a trifold wallet instead of a normal bifold one, and the reason for that is our bills are actually small in the States. Bills from other countries are actually longer and wider, so a trifold one, it'll be easier to stick it in your wallet and not have like the bill sticking out of it. This one has Velcro, and I have an issue with Velcro, and it's the fact that it's great if you're not going to be opening and closing it that often, that's fine, but for something like, say, a wallet that you're going to be constantly opening and close it, as you can see, it's gotten kind of fuzzy right here, and it loses its stick. I'd much rather prefer if this wallet had a metal snap on it, but that's my little thing. So here's your decoy wallet. Do not put your ID in here, or maybe put a copy of your ID if you have an extra one, but keep those valuable documents in your money belt. This is mainly for like petty cash, and that way if you get your pocket picked or someone tries to rob you, you can give them this and your trip isn't completely ruined. So just reiterating some stuff I talked about last time when I did my money belt review. So those are clothes. Let's get on to toiletries. Now, airlines now are pretty strict when it comes to liquids. if you're going to carry something on, which is what I'm trying to pack for right now, you have to put all your bags into a quart-size Ziploc bag. In metric, I think a quart is something like 940 milliliters, so a bag about this size, and all of your liquids have to fit in this bag and separate from everything else in your bag so that you can show them what you have. Also, the individual containers can't be more than 3 ounces, which is, I think, about 90 mils. So all my liquids are in here. When I get to my destination, I'm going to split it up and put them in my little system in here. So I have things for my toiletry kit and things that I would put in my first aid kit. So I got shaving cream, deodorant, and toothpaste, and lotion, and face wash, which I would use. But also from my first aid kit, I got antibacterial cream, and I think there's a small bottle of peroxide or iodine in here as well. So just put that in the bag. Also, the fact that they have this liquids issue, this might affect you if you wear glasses or contacts. I wear contacts, so if you're going to be carrying a big old bottle of solution because you're going to another country, do realize if you're going to someplace in Europe, you can buy solution easily. If you're going to some parts of Asia, it might not be available. So you might have to check in your bag. If you still want to carry it on, what you can do is you can take your solution and you can buy small 3-ounce bottles like this, and then you can just fill these up. And then as you're using them up, you can give these little bottles away. If you're really dead set on having your bag as a carry-on. Otherwise, you can just buy the big old bottle of solution and then check in your bag. So I got a bunch of these. I'm probably going to fill them up with the big bottle of solution and then just kind of like give these little bottles away to people as I use them up. So that's that. Then you got your toiletry bag. I like this one because, as I said before, I don't like Velcro. I've seen them with... most of them have Velcro. You want a metal snap. It's a lot better. And also, you want to have some sort of a fastener so that you can hang your toiletry bag. This one's nice because it has zipper pockets, so that I can keep things like toothbrush, floss, and then like my shaving stuff, so my razor. The thing about having a hook at the end of this, though, is as you hang the hook on a bar, that'll be fine if you're in a hostel. But if you are, say, spending the night on a train, or you're carrying this toiletry kit with you onto a plane or a boat, for example, there's going to be turbulence. And as the hook hangs on the bar, it's going to shake, and eventually that hook is going to come off, and your toiletry kit's going to fall to the ground. I know because it's happened to me. So what I found that works well is sew in. If it has a D-ring, then you don't have to worry about it. You might have to sew it in otherwise. Put in a D-ring, and then onto the D-ring here, just use a carabiner. And you can get these anywhere for really cheap. In fact, like they give them away on the street or for promotions and at career fairs. This carabiner is actually too small. I actually have to go buy a new one. If you look here, when you open it, it doesn't actually clear that much. Get a larger size carabiner, so that way you can hook it onto a larger bar. So that's just a little tip that I found works pretty well. I can't find the original one that I used with this kit, but yeah, use a carabiner for when you have a toiletry kit. That's that. And wow, already I'm out of time. Continuing on with part 4.